the youth. It's all about the youth. It's all
Well,
about
it is
we said we
today.
were going to be obnoxious, right?
No, you have a right to be obnoxious.
I'm going to be honest with you, Colin. I've had some sauces on this. I've been following this very closely, as obviously I have deep connections in Miami and know lots of Canes fans, and so I'm deep into Canes Twitter as well.
Yeah.
But until Manny Diaz was gone, I was not celebrating. Like, no point in getting my hopes up about this until they let go of Manny Diaz, because that's what the story was the entire time. Like, they're not going to let Manny go until they have it in writing. Remember all that stuff we were talking about, promises last week and integrity and all that? Sounds great. Let me see the paperwork with the signature and your contact signature on it before we celebrate.
By the way, the story came out. Cristobal in Miami had been working on this since early November.
Yeah.
Folks, get over your integrity stuff. The bottom line, this is why you have agents. Cristobal's like, he tells his agent in early November, yes, I'm interested. It's my home. My family would prefer to live there. I'm not going to talk about it. I want deniability. You go work on it. And then the agent, this is what happens, goes and works on it for a month. And then Cristobal can pay attention to football. He and the agent talk every 4 or 5 days, and the agent says, blah, 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 blah. But it allows the coach to do what he does. But all you integrity pushers, stop it already. By the way, Oklahoma got their guy. Miami got their guy. USC got their guy. Notre Dame got their guy. Some got high-profile head coaches, USC. Some got, or Cristobal. Some got really, really talented coordinators, Oklahoma. Everybody got, some got a guy within their program. Notre Dame, I think they all did very, very well. And there were a lot of different paths to get your guy. But you got to stop, folks. College football is a business, and these big brands like Notre Dame, Miami, USC, they're going to get their guy. And they're going to call your coach in the middle of a season if they want him, and you got to come to terms with it.
Yeah, and I think that this particular coaching carousel, if we want to call it that, can pretty much put to rest the idea that nobody is ever going to leave a program.
Oh, God.
Like, that's over with. I did not think this was going to happen. I didn't think any of these moves were going to happen. And they all seemed like they happened overnight, but they really didn't, because it's business. And guess what? That's how all deals are done. They're never done overnight. You got to have lawyers look stuff over. You got to negotiate. These things don't happen within a couple of hours. But the reason why this one has dragged out a bit longer is because Mario wanted to tell the players himself. He didn't want it to be out in the media, although all things do leak because there's conversations being had for a long amount of time. But he wanted to tell the players in person and have that conversation. Well, Miami has fired head coach Manny Diaz, so now we know that they are moving forward with Mario Cristobal because they were holding on to Manny this whole time. He was with the Canes for 3 seasons, 21-15 record, finished second in the ACC behind Pitt this year. Didn't do a terrible job, but there are certain standards at the University of Miami. There's expectations at the University of Miami, similar to USC and these other major schools, that they want to win.
By the way, all the coaches hired are known as good recruiters. Manny Diaz not known as a great recruiter.
That's what this sport is.
That's
what the sport is. The NFL is a business and college football is a business. They are, however, different businesses because how you acquire talent and keep that talent is different.
Well, in the NFL, the team selects the player. In college, the player selects the team.
Right.
You need a salesman as a coach, and Cristobal is a massive, good-looking, massive alpha presence. And that's what, by the way, that's what Miami needs. A Miami guy, and like a Jimmy Johnson.
Right.
Big presence. Howard Schnellenberger. Miami's a pro sports town. They're distracted.
Yeah.
They got the beach. Look out your hotel room. It's aqua water. They got better stuff to do than watch average football. Schnellenberger, Jimmy Johnson, and Mario Cristobal. They walk into a room and they take your breath away a little. They're like, whoa.
Well, he's known for being a great recruiter.
Yes.
Everywhere he went. Now, he has a 35-13 record as Oregon's head coach.
He got him to 2 Pac-12 titles and 1 a Rose Bowl.
But what's unique about Mario is he's really a Miami guy. And for the longest time, that was the conversation around Miami. The former players at the University of Miami have a lot of say and influence. Obviously, the boosters are very influential. The alumni, the high-profile alumni in Miami are very influential. Everybody wants a Miami guy. Like, you gotta be Miami. There's just certain places where it feels like you've got to be authentic. That's why the Brian Kelly thing is very interesting. I think he's a great enough coach to overcome clearly not being a Louisiana guy. You know what I mean? Like, you have to fit that culture there to all those points. He played there. He won a national championship there. He played under Jimmy Johnson. He coached there. Like,
Yeah.
he grew up there. He went to Christopher Columbus High School. He knows everything that's going to go on in that city.
His brother's
and everything around that program.
Brother's big in law enforcement in the town. Like, this is a... I mean, Lincoln Riley's a good hire by USC, but he has no connection to L.A.
Right.
This is a perfect fit for Miami.
There couldn't be a better candidate. And I know that, Miami fans and alumni are super happy about this. And so now let's just support it and start working on that new stadium for them, because you got to get the games playing somewhere. So the Lions finally did it.
Yeah!
Yay!
Let's hear it for the Detroit Lions.
Knee biters.
Why did I care so much?
I saw your tweet. I cared.
did.
I was very
literally
invested.
gripping. I thought it was fantastic.
I was nervous.
So was I.
Because Detroit's been in these last-second situations a couple times this year.
Like 5 times, 4
and
times.
It's like, come on, just do it. And it was actually a great play.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a fluke thing. Jared Goff led the Lions on a 75-yard drive, less than 2 minutes remaining, and they got their first win of the season on a last-second touchdown to St. Brown. They beat the Vikings 29-27. Let's take a listen to that final moment.
First victory of the year on the line. Goff's got it. Back, looks, throws, ends up. Yes! Caught! Touchdown, Detroit Lions! They did it! Amon-Ra St. Brown in the receiving end! Oh, they're rushing the field! They've done it! 3 zeros on the clock! This game is over! It's over!
The local calls are always the best.
I
in the
love
big
them.
moments. There's no comparison.
It was
so
just
great.
such a wonderful, because it's funny. There's 5 bad teams in this league, but the Lions don't feel hopeless. First of all, their tackle is excellent. Brown's a 4th-round wide receiver, excellent. Their defensive line picks are playing. Like, their draft picks are playing. They have another great pick, and Goff is going to be the quarterback. If Goff has time to throw, it's always been the thing with Jared.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, Jared's Matt Ryan. He's fine. You don't need to blow stuff up. Keep Goff for a couple years, build the roster, and Jared Goff has been able to get to the playoffs if he has a little time to throw.
Played the Super Bowl.
Yes.
he's capable when he has time to throw. But
Yeah.
that's everything's not always going to be perfect in the
That's
NFL,
right.
which is the issue with Jared Goff. But all good things yesterday. Congrats to the Lions.
Yes.
It was very exciting. I hate seeing teams lose every game of the season. It's the worst. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants bad teams in the NFL, despite what any of you fan bases think. And it always brings me back to that 2007 Miami team, because they finally beat the Ravens, and I completely empathize with the Lions players, the staff. Like, I cried, I sobbed like they won the Super Bowl. Cleo Lemons, a Greg Camarillo. I had snot bubbles. I was so happy that they did lose every game. So congrats, Lions. Now, Kyler Murray is back, and back like he never left. Returned after missing 3 games to an ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Didn't miss a beat. Two touchdowns, ran for 2 more. 33-22 win over the Bears. One of his touchdown passes went to DeAndre Hopkins, who was also out 3 games with a hamstring injury. So they become the first team to win to reach 10 wins this season, and they are in control of the NFC as the 1 seed.
Green Bay and Arizona just feel like a different level. AFC is all cloudy. We'll find out some stuff tonight in Monday Night Football. But boy, when Kyler Murray is healthy and the Packers are semi-healthy, they feel better than everybody.
But what's so impressive about Arizona and the Packers is that when they aren't healthy, they're still finding ways to win.
Yeah.
They went 2-1 without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins.
That's a real thing.
Aaron Rodgers is basically playing on 1 foot, and they're winning games. So that's what's really impressive, is that you're overcoming what everyone is dealing with in the NFL in injuries and still able to get big wins. So glad to have them back, though. They're exciting to watch.
Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line